You're listening to From a Certain Point Askew, the only Star Wars podcast to willingly give away its lightsabers more than we three geeks gave up our virginity. I am Jason, the angry ginger Jedi guy, inside Wookiee Poo Studios, but I am not alone. Please allow me to introduce your favorite wretched scum, scoundrels, and smugglers. First up, my neighbor Cole from Corellia. How doing?
I'm doing good, Jason. Question: you guys aren't virgins? No.
Well, what does that consist of? Like, does penetration mean you've lost your virginity?
I'm gonna go with the standard definition of virginity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. Was I supposed to go full geek there?
I don't know what you were planning on with that intro, but I'm trying to roll with it.
Well, there's always the joke that if you're a Star Wars geek making podcasts in the basement, you're probably a virgin. So I was just going with
Little do they know, we get ass left and right.
Yeah, not by each other.
We get plowed.
We do have 9 children between the 3 of us.
That's true. That is very, very
so
true.
we've had sex at least 9 times, is what we can say.
So I have the bulk of the half, over the half, just between the 3 of us.
And you're a traditional Catholic. You don't have sex unless you're trying to procreate.
That's right. Yeah, it's only been 5 times. Well, 4 times. One was adopted.
And
so
contraception is just like having an abortion. Pretty much.
I agree with that.
That's the hard line here on your show.
What's this podcast about?
Sexual education across the galaxy.
Abortions in a galaxy far, far away.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on the show, Jason, and opening up your humble abode and your home to me down here in the lovely Wookiee Poo Studios, which
is
adorned
a fucking mess right now
with all sorts of paraphernalia from Star Wars to Marvel. We got lightsabers everywhere. We got a dual hilt lightsabers. Genie, that's for you.
Looking to give away something here today.
Yeah, we got a big giveaway today. But first, we have a third micer coming in hot across the galaxy on the Skype hyperspace.
He's on the holocron.
He's on the holocron. But he looks way better in person, I would have to say, even though I've never seen him in person.
You know what? I can confirm that.
You can.
Yeah, he's taller, too.
That's
really?
true. I have seen you in person, Jay. Yes, never Cole.
Nope.
Thanks for having me here, guys. Someday, Cole. Someday we'll do it. Episode 100.
Play your cards right.
Well, when we get into the show, I believe we're buying some real estate pretty soon with this podcast. So
I think we are.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thanks for having me here. As always, you can find our show from a certain point of skew.com. You can find us on Twitter at FACPApod, and you can email us, as one of you did this week. Last week we got 7, this week just the 1, but that's okay. FACPApod@gmail.com, or also part of the Podawan Podcast Network at Podawans on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw you showing off that forearm, trying to impress your lovers over there in the network.
They're my friends.
Yeah.
With benefits.
Right. Yep. And then get it right. Okay, so look, on the show today, before we give Matt too much shit, we've got the question of the week. Who's coming to the wedding of the century? That's what I want to know. We're going to get into that. The news is more Kenobi news, new villain for Ahsoka, mystery series rumors continue, and Disney story living. We got the Book of Boba Fett predictions revisited. Then we're going to do our lightsaber giveaway, so hang on throughout all of our, I guess, practical jokes and
shenanigans.
Whatever else we've got to give you for an hour before we probably get to that. Then we got one in the mail bag, like Matt said, and then I believe last minute find, we've got a factoid to end the episode with. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Cole was on that. So
question of the
all
week.
right.
It's gonna be
Question
great.
of the week.
Question.
It was recently announced that a new Star Wars novel is coming out in August titled The Princess and the Scoundrel. Jay is very excited by that name.
What a fucking creative. I mean, what was that think tank like?
It sounds like, what was her name? Something in the Wookiee? What was it?
Winky
and the Wookiee. Now that is still needs to be made.
So just a quick blurb here. Set just after the events of Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the story begins on the forest moon of Endor, where Han proposes in the elation of the rebel victory against the Empire. After a ceremony at the site of the victory celebration at the end of the film, the newlyweds depart for a honeymoon aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser, the luxury vessel at the heart of the new Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience at Disney World.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you got to tie it all in.
I'm not the fucking timeline expert here, but I don't think that matches up. But go ahead.
This is where they lost me. I'm going to be honest.
This is it? This is the last one?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I lost my place.
In
Okay.
their most desperate hour.
Yes, in their most desperate hour, with the war still raging, but the Empire nearing its last gasp, the couple must sort out the dinner menu for the reception and whether or not to do beer wine only or include spotchka.
Yep.
They got to figure out a way to not have Chewie invite his VR porn addicted father Itchy. They got to work through their differing opinions on table assignments. C-3PO is not at the head table, Leia.
Wow.
And who's gonna walk Leia down the bride or fucking down the aisle?
I'll get to that.
Luke just killed her dad.
I think we need to get to that. So they said the couple must outwit the Imperial remnants clinging to power. So my question is, who makes up the wedding party on Endor?
Why the fuck would they choose to get married on Endor, first of all?
Well, right away.
Yeah, Han was just super
Oh,
excited.
he was surprised. It's got to happen now, Leia.
Yeah.
Either I'm in or I'm out.
It's hard to lock it down,
Yeah.
you know. So he wants to do it right away. Let's go.
He's
Okay.
riding that wave of victory.
So, like, just after the medal ceremony, right?
No
that
medal
was a New
ceremony.
Hope.
That
What
was A New
happened
Hope.
in Return of the Jedi was
They're just
fireworks
clapping,
across
hanging out with the
world.
Ewoks,
Yeah,
chilling,
yeah.
having a fun time. Yeah.
Singing Banana Way or some shit.
Well, they changed that
song.
They got rid of Yub Yub.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I thought it was bullshit too.
Yeah.
I mean, the Yub Yub was ridiculous, but hey, let's stick with it. You put us here. But yeah, I figured like Han's side, of course, Chewie's got to be the best man.
Yeah, it has to be.
And then I would think maybe Lando also there on his side, and I thought maybe Luke too, but I think Leia's going to need Luke on her side. Not a lot of women in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I don't know. Luke might be a little uncomfortable about this whole
I
wedding.
got the perfect fucking usher,
Okay.
the deck officer.
Deck officer.
He gets pulled in.
Han's like, listen, I know I yelled at you earlier, but
It would mean a lot to us.
it'd mean a lot to us if you'd escort everyone to their seats.
Do you think they like pulled some strings and got a hold of Max Rebo? Was like, look, we need the
I
band.
knew this was coming.
We need
I
it.
knew it.
We do it
As
for
soon
a
as I
wedding
saw
band. How do you
singers
not?
and readers,
Yeah,
I knew Max
okay.
Rebo was going to make a fucking appearance in this episode.
Every time.
I think it's a wise decision.
Just on the keys solo, like he
Right.
walks her down. He does the Here Comes the Bride, or are you having him do the reception too?
I think it's wise to at least have Here Comes the Bride.
Should he bring the Jizz Whalers with him? Or
Yeah.
no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He
They
doesn't
might
anywhere.
go. They might go DJ for the reception for the music.
Okay. All right.
Just use Vader's chest plate. Fucking set it up on a table.
It only plays the march.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what they walked down the aisle to.
Well, and then I thought Mon Mothma, she was around, so she could be on Leia's side.
That's
perhaps.
true.
Maybe 3PO. Like I had
Yeah.
something to do.
I feel like 3PO and R2 will be like the ring bearers.
What's the
I thought that.
What's the fucking thing they're doing now where the guy brings the flowers down the fucking aisle and does the dance? It's like
Oh, you think like they're going to have a choreographed dance coming down the aisle?
you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like they take a dude and then he has like a little fanny pack on with rosebuds in it, and then he does the fucking walk down. It's like a
So it's the flower girl, but it's a grown
You mean
man?
throwing like rose petals before she walks down?
yeah,
Or-
like it's the
So
there's
instead
a
of
term for it.
instead of running the rug, they do flowers now? I haven't seen
It's
this.
like a flower bro or something. Let me
Okay,
find it.
flower bro. Who's the flower,
Flower
bro?
bro.
All
I don't know
right.
who-
So look back into the original trilogy.
Wedge.
Wedge.
Although you can't trust him, he might pull out. He might like last minute leave.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, who's gonna? Sorry. Yeah.
And we're not sure he can walk. Does he have legs? We've only ever seen him in a cockpit.
No, we've seen him walk.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but not outside of the. Oh, wait. No, not in the trilogy. Not in the original.
Because he's the one that Luke
Oh,
says.
they do like
"It's
a
not-
hug. Yes. When
It's
they're
not that
in their-
small. We used to bullseye.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like he's the one sitting next to him. That's
Yes.
because that's the joke they do on Family Guy, where he's like, "Hey, Luke," was it on Family Guy? Where he's like, "Hey, Luke, you got a minute?" And he like pulls him aside after that scene. He's like, "Thanks a lot, jerk." Like,
Yeah, that's right.
making fun of him.
Yeah,
I got to watch those again.
Oh God, they're so funny.
it's just called a flower guy, but it's like
Flower
a
guy.
full-grown man with a beard and a fanny pack, and then he does
gotta
the
have a beard?
flowers instead of the. I mean,
those
I
are all
was-
required.
Yep.
Okay.
But I was thinking 3PO could do it, but he just does the robot down the aisle.
All right.
Listen,
So he's throwing the flowers.
Yeah, he'll destroy that dance.
I like how we're like really putting some thought into this.
Well, to get back to your who's going to walk her down the aisle, you're right. Vader's dead now. So I was wondering, do they just have like his torched helmet walk her down the aisle, or do they go full Weekend at Bernie's?
They pull it on a. They put the helmet on a room service cart, and then they just
So this wedding takes place before they burn the body.
they have R2
Exactly.
under the
Okay.
table with the wheels, but then the sheets from the room service cart
Okay.
are covering R2, and he just rolls it.
I like this.
Well, and then who's going to be the efficient?
I was thinking, oh shit, now her name escapes me. The temple girl on episode 7, the little short, not
Maz?
Maz
You
Katan.
think
about
Maz
Maz
is around
Kanata?
then? They didn't know Maz though, did we? Did
They didn't
we know
know.
if they
Well,
know?
yeah, they didn't really know Maz yet.
Yeah.
Could bring her in. She's old enough. She'd be a little younger.
That's true. Maybe it was a side job. They weren't even aware of what she really did.
Maybe she doesn't have her readers on
There we
her
go.
fucking clicky
All right.
things. So
Yeah, I thought about like, I don't know, the Ewok chieftains there, but then you need C-3PO to translate.
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking Force Ghost, you could use Yoda or Kenobi, but then I think only Luke sees them, so that
Right.
wouldn't work.
Yeah, they're really going to have to like really go all in on this. What's he saying? Okay, we believe.
Could you imagine Yoda doing the
Yeah.
thing? Or like doing a reading, like reading Corinthians? He's like, patient lovers, kind lovers,
Yeah, love it.
envy lovers not.
He does the numbers before the letters, or before the word. 16:1 from the Book of Corinthians.
Who do they invite? Do you think they put out like a mass invite? Everyone come to Endor. October 12th, we're getting married.
You got to hustle because we're doing it now or never.
And for like, okay, can I complain yet or no?
Yes, go ahead. You can.
Yeah? All right.
What's going to be on the menu is my question.
There's,
Crate Dragon?
you know it. That shit's getting
Imported
catered
in from Tatooine?
Yeah. Pelimoto's on that shit.
Got it.
There's no way in fucking hell Leia would ever agree to have a fucking wedding. A day after they win the war, there's still Empire out. There's still shit to do.
She's horned up too, man.
Yeah, but she doesn't seem to. You want to fucking have a wedding? Fine. R2, C3PO, fucking perform the ceremony in a hallway on his ship. Let's do this. We're married. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And Han doesn't seem like the guy that's going to be like, he's really pushing for it. Come on. We got to have all our family there. And she's like, I have no family.
Yeah.
You have a brother. Yeah, well, I kissed him. Like this,
Couple times.
Like I feel bad because the author, I was reading a little bit from the author, and she seems like she's real excited for writing this book. So I don't want to cut her down because it's a job. She probably was excited. She put everything into it, but it just seems like a silly premise. And really, I would buy it all if they were like, just trying to do the romance of it all or trying to bring the characters back. But the fact that they tie in this fucking cruiser into the story, I'm like, no, there's no way in fucking hell he could talk her into a wedding, let alone let's go away for 3 days, this obnoxious fucking Star Cruiser.
Very much a Disney move, not a Lucasfilm move here. They're like, we gotta sell tickets. We need people to come to our freaking hotel, man, because it's expensive.
I don't see Leia and Han being the let's go on an all-inclusive cruise type of people.
God, no.
Right.
That's like, they'd be like, let's just go have a little quiet, go back to Naboo or something.
When did they kick their fucking feet up and relax?
And when would Han ever commit to being married? He's kind of been the original OG. He would never even say I love you. He's like, I know, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's the OG pimp, man. Like, why the
so
fuck?
you think they weren't really married? They were just
shagging.
Partners.
From like they never definitively said, right? Like in episode 7.
Well, I don't think they say they went through the big D and didn't mean Dallas.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in that Aftermath series, which you've read, right, Jay? The Aftermath books.
Yeah, okay.
In the second one, they talk about how they're married, and they say they got married on Endor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So is this book coming out supposed to be canon or no?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's hell yes, it's canon. It's more canon than anything at this point. They're tying their theme park, all the movies together. Like I get the idea, right? This is like it's basically an advertisement for this. Now, like I said, like when I was writing you guys, like, can you get the honeymoon suite on the cruise? Like when you go there, do you get stained sheets? Like, is there proof they were there? You know how like when we were looking at the pictures, it looked like an old restaurant booth, but futuristic. Do you see like Han loves Leia carved into it?
Ooh, that would be adorable.
If you pay an extra 100 calamari flan, you can let the boy watch.
Well, somebody I think mentioned it. Maybe it was on Twitter. So, are we to assume that this is where Ben was created?
But isn't Ben like 3
Conceived
years down the
word.
line, right?
That's the one.
Wasn't it like 3 years after Return of the Jedi, or is it?
No, I think it's only like a year.
Okay, so maybe yeah.
So it'd
I
be
guess it could
close,
be. Yeah.
not quite, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think, listeners? Who would be in the wedding party?
Well, I'm pretty sure this would mean that the two of them waited till they got married to have sex.
Who's gonna officiate this thing?
Who's gonna? So I'm gonna go for the druid fella from Spaceballs. Do you? Good, you're married.
Mel Brooks?
No, it wasn't Mel Brooks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, when he's marrying Princess Vespa.
I don't think I've ever
You wanna marry
seen
him?
that all the way through.
Yeah.
You want to marry him?
We're gonna do the short version.
Yeah.
It's like The Princess and the Bride.
Well, that's the Princess and the Scoundrel, yes. And I get the play on words. He's a scoundrel. She's a princess. It's cute, but I don't know. This just chapped my ass the wrong way when I fucking read it. And it was that fucking Star Cruiser when they fucking just
that's yeah. I think that's the bit because you're reading along and you're going, okay, they're trying to make like this thing out of their marriage that's kind of silly, whatever. But when you actually punch in the theme park ride essentially.
Well, even if they would have said 3 or 4 years after Return of the Jedi, shit had died down a little bit, and like, let's go for a fucking honeymoon. I can buy something like that.
They're busy, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't buy them
Empire's still in play.
Doesn't make any sense.
As you're reading this on the Kindle version, there's going to be a link. Buy tickets here.
Right.
No shit. Yes.
Sign up, buy now, and use your redeeming code.
10% off
10%
coupon.
off for Kindle users.
Use by Wednesday.
Fucking Jesus. What a money grab.
At this point, they're going to need to like give tickets away. This is going to have to be like the Willy Wonka. Like you buy the book and like, you know, out of 10,000 books, they're giving away like 100 fucking tickets to this cruise. Maybe
They should.
Yeah. That would be a smart thing. If they're going to fucking rope-a-dope us into reading about this bullshit cruise line and this fucking sham of a wedding.
My question to you is when the price bottoms out on this thing, at what number do the three of us buy tickets and go spend the night together in a room?
Before they shut it down and rebuild the park to something else.
It's got to be some 2 for 1, 3 for 1. Something.
Yeah.
If the tickets get down and we can find a Groupon, are you guys?
I'm in.
You guys in?
It's amazing that the people have bought them up as much as they have. You know, I'm anxious to see what happens once people have been there and actually experience it and then review it to see like just how long that runs.
I mean, there's got to be cool parts to it, right? I mean,
I'm sure
Disney's pretty good at fucking putting this shit together. But it did, like that commercial we watched just looked a little cheesy.
You did.
I don't know how they're going to tie everything together. I was under the impression like this Star Cruiser thing in Galaxy's Edge kind of existed in the new trilogy of the story, right? Like, because there was a book a couple years ago that came out that took place in Galaxy's Edge, right?
All the Galaxy's Edge stuff is supposed to be, I believe, between
7 and 9.
7 and 8. It's one or the other. I think it's between 7 and 8.
Okay, so because there's like canon story that goes on in there, so I'm guessing the Star Cruiser shit goes there too. I mean, not to say that I guess this cruise line didn't exist 40 years ago, but it's kind of absurd.
Part of the thing is you go to Galaxy's Edge when you're on the Star Cruiser or whatever. Like that's part of your trip. So yeah, you would think it would all tie to that era. But anyway,
yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. I look forward to it.
I have I could go on and on, but we've got a whole show to do. So let's
get into the news.
All right.
So Kenobi news. We thought, or I guess hoped, that we would get potentially a Kenobi teaser or trailer during the Super Bowl, and all we got was an Expedia ad.
Fuck.
That was just to rub it in, wasn't it?
I saw someone on Twitter fucking nailed it. They said, for all you fools who thought you were getting something from Kenobi, something about Kenobi during the Super Bowl from Disney. This is from the same company that markets like this, and it was one of those 10-second fucking advertisements for Boba Fett where they show like the radio
landing
towers before the comes down, and you see, you know, the couple of the fucking pikes and the marshal come up on them, you know?
Right.
Like, they had a bunch of advertisements that were just like nothing because they didn't want to give anything away. And
right.
I was like, hey, that makes a lot of fucking sense. They don't.
The worst one was the one where it was the one before where it just showed the transporter coming into Mos Espa,
yes.
and they just kept showing it landing.
Yes.
And it was like, that was it. Because they didn't want to show who was on it. So I don't think we're going to get any sort of taste of that series probably until April or maybe May the 4th. Who knows? It was funny because I was looking at it and I thought, when's Celebration again? Celebration starts the day after Kenobi premieres.
Oh, it's at the end of May?
The taste of what series? I thought we were getting Kenobi May 25th.
Yeah. But we're talking about like getting actually like a taste, like a visual taste.
Oh, okay. I see what
before.
you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. My bad.
Teasers, trailers, commercial spot.
Follow along,
something.
Cole.
Yeah.
Follow along.
They waited, quite late on Mando. They waited quite late on Book of Boba. So it's not out of line with that. We were just hopeful that we might see something.
Yeah, like their marketing for their shows, they do keep pretty tight. But I thought because this is sort of a bigger deal that they would really push out for this. But I guess they don't have to. I mean, what did we just see the subscribers? They got 136 million.
That's amazing.
Right? Is that what it was?
Is that what it is? I don't know. You were just throwing out numbers.
Yeah, because they just released and they were quite a bit higher than what they had projected. I mean, they had projected they wanted 75 million by 2024 or something when they first launched, and they beat that within a year.
So whoever's running Disney Plus is like fucking kicking their legs up.
They're doing a really good job with it. So I mean, I guess they can get a little bit cocky, but I don't know. Fucking just start spreading the word on this shit.
Take some of those people and move them over to marketing so we get a little bit of taste.
Yeah.
A little taste of what's to come.
I mean, even the Marvel shows, they market, months out. You're seeing teases for that shit. But for some reason, Star Wars is like, keep it under wraps.
The movies they do more so, but certainly not the series. I don't know, for whatever reason. But there's a couple other things. Bespin Bulletin dropped a couple nuggets, and some of this stuff is really spoilery. So if you want to avoid that, skip ahead a few minutes. The first one was that Jimmy Smits is going to reprise his role as Bail Organa, which is no shock. There's been rumors that a 10-year-old Leia is going to be appearing in the series, and they're even saying like possibly like a main plot point of getting Kenobi to leave Tatooine has to do with potentially Leia or the Organas. And they've said that there's a little girl named Vivian Lyra Blair who apparently is potentially cast as Leia. And we also might even see Bail's wife. I remember how you say her name. Brea? Breha. How would you pronounce that?
I'll go Breha.
Breha.
Yeah, it's Star Wars. You got to add some weird fucking to it.
I was thinking, if they show Leia, is she really going to interact with Kenobi? Because her message in A New Hope makes you think that she's never really met him. But it also just could be her being more formal and being like, I was a little girl when I met you. So reminder, here, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or she was a little girl. She just didn't remember meeting him.
Could be.
Don't make me wield my princess scepter over you. I'm a princess now. So.
Because I was also thinking about the fact that the only other time you really think of when Kenobi sees her is at birth. And then what you pointed out before, Jay, is that that moment that he experiences Kenobi in A New Hope where he's doing everything he can to fight Vader and hold off everybody else so that they can escape. And he looks over and sees them together for the first time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I can die now.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, I guess I never really put that together. That's the first time he sees. That could have been the first time he's seen them together.
Certainly together.
Yes,
first time he's seen them together since
yeah.
they were born.
Watch, we're gonna be blown away when he leaves Tatooine. He's like, well, I've got to watch this fucking kid. So we get this whole movie where little Luke is basically the baby Yoda of the fucking series. He's got to protect this little shit who's not force sensitive yet.
Don't give me anxiety, because I'm hoping that this ObiWan series.
He just calls him little farmer boy.
I think the ObiWan series is going to satisfy you more than Book of Boba.
They better do something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Or he's out. Or they're going to have...
Are your toes out the door, the podcast door here?
They're going to have 136,999,999 subscribers.
Yeah.
The other thing is that they're saying that Vader, who's supposed to be kind of the main baddie, of course, he's not going to show up right away. They don't think he's going to show up until a few episodes in.
I buy that.
It's going to kind of kick off first with really about the Inquisitors potentially hunting for these kids, which I thought about that. I was like, well, so Darth thinks they're dead. Right? He doesn't think... Well, he doesn't know there's two,
Well,
first
his
of all.
kids. Yeah,
But he doesn't know that they're alive. It's possible he's still thinking, I put out a search for him. Or it could just be looking for Force-sensitive kids.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be what it is. Yeah. I can't fucking wait. I mean, the more I hear about it, the more excited I get about this series.
I saw people not very happy with the poster. I thought the poster was fucking gorgeous.
I thought it looked fine. Like, what was it? There wasn't enough, or what?
I don't know. I don't know what they wanted, but I like the fucking sands of Tatooine and this pimp ass Jesus Jedi just walking across it. The sun's it was nice.
And they were focusing in on the saber, and they were like, "Is that Anakin's saber?" and all that stuff. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I'm not as up on my sabers. Should have asked Flamingos about this.
We do need a class. Yeah.
He's like, I don't fucking know. I just put the colors in them.
Just tell me what to do. Tell me what you want.
I just dip the things in fucking food coloring. Give me whatever color you want.
In Ahsoka news, it was announced by The Hollywood Reporter there's a new villain for that series, but it's not going to be Thrawn. So it's kind of like they're acknowledging Thrawn's going to be in this series, but this is not the one who's going to play him. And it's Ray Stevenson who will play some other villain, maybe some sort of remnant of the Empire or something. I don't know. You guys would remember him as the voice of Gar Saxon.
Would I?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the voice of Gar Saxon from Rebels and Clone Wars.
Remind me who that is.
He was the guy who led the Super Commandos, and he worked under Maul for a while, and then he eventually becomes like the governor on Mandalore.
Yeah, okay.
And then he fights Sabine, and Sabine defeats him, and he's like, kill me, and she's like, no, and then she starts to walk away, and they do the whole he's the lethal weapon. He pulls out the gun at the last second, like he's going to shoot him, and that's when her mom, plugs a hole in his chest.
Okay,
it's just been revoked.
Diplomatic.
That's Lethal Weapon 2.
I know that. This guy is also Ray Stevenson. You might know him from Rome, the series on HBO.
Yes,
he plays one of the gladiators. He's also in Kill the Irishman and The Punisher.
And he was in The Wire.
Mayhaps.
Was he in The Wire?
Right? Was that him in The Wire?
Was
Ray Stevenson?
He was in the Book of Eli, G.I. Joe, Thor,
Was he in
Dark
that
World.
Viking series?
He was in King Arthur. Maybe that's what you're thinking. Oh, you're thinking for TV show?
Yeah.
He's also in the other guys as a bit part as well.
okay.
Black Sails.
He's like a big menacing son of a bitch.
He's been in Dexter. He's been in Thor. It looks like he's been in all the Thors.
I think he's Northern Irish.
Okay.
Irish.
Yeah.
I don't see him in.
I mean, he's gonna have to be like some type of fucking Sith, right? Like we need something for Ahsoka and whatever her little Jedi buddies that she's got with her running around, someone to fight.
It could be that, or it could be some sort of, like I say, it could be some sort of, empirical, or empirical. Woo!
He does a lot of studying.
What time is it?
Case studies and meta-analysis.
Like a Rene Descartes type figure. No, he an imperial.
A student of John Locke.
Empirical. Anyway, a lot of empirical data going into this. No, so
go.
he could just be some sort of imperial remnant guy. Like he's like, he's some officer from that era, because there's still that still lingers.
Yeah.
When is Ahsoka taking place? Remind me, Mr. Timelines.
It's like Mando timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, same.
Yeah, there's
5
supposed
years
to be.
after
They haven't
Jedi, right?
confirmed that.
13? No,
Yeah,
5.
5 years after Jedi.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
13
So
years
9.
before Force Awakens.
I don't know, I
Is that
think
what it is?
9 AB, so it'd be 9. It'd be like 10, 20 years before Force Awakens, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Cole, you tell us.
I was thinking maybe he'd be like a. Never mind. You set me up good there.
Finish your thoughts.
You son of a bitch. Nope. I'm shutting down.
Oh no, Max Rebo. Okay,
That's what we call. That's my. What is that? Like the fucking
Safe
trigger
word?
trigger word that brings you out. Like what is it when they're trying
Safe
to
word.
No, when you're programming
like
somebody.
the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Like
like
he's got the 7
that-
words that
okay.
awake you.
yeah, something
Yeah.
that'll awake you like a code word.
Yeah, I don't.
That brings
I
me
know,
back.
I don't know what the term is, but yeah.
Max Rebo brings me out of my funk.
that's Luke and Leia and Han's safe word on the Star Cruiser. Max Rebo. Okay, next one is, we talked last week about a couple rumors around a new unannounced series.
Stranger Things in space.
Right. Both of which seem to be related to the same thing, which is like a High Republic era show involving adolescents. So this week, the Illuminati is reporting that a casting call went out for the following characters for a Lucasfilm project, likely the one codenamed Grammar Rodeo, which I guess is potentially a Simpsons reference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was an episode called that, or that's where they're going, is to this Grammar Rodeo, and it's like all Bart and his homies are getting take the car and they're driving off on their own. So there's the rumors there would be like, oh, is this a bunch of youngsters that kind of go off on some adventure?
Steel Dad spaceship.
Steel Dad spaceship.
Okay.
So here's the cast. Some of the names are hilarious. Wyatt. Okay. I always like when it's kind of a normal name.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, come on. You can do better.
You know that's not the name, right?
Reminds me of Wyatt Earp.
Well, so Wyatt, male, 11-year-old of any ethnicity, Wyatt yearns for great adventures, but finds his attention easily diverted. So he
he's
probably
got
has ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Huh?
I mean, it's common. Huh? What? Yeah. He wishes to be the hero in any situation he finds himself in. Don't we all, Wyatt? Don't we all?
So he's got his head in the clouds, but he's easily distracted.
Yes.
Okay.
Ned, 11, he says is described as Wyatt's bashful best friend. Ned is kind with a massive heart, but also tends to be a rules follower. That being said, Ned often finds himself pulled into Wyatt's adventures. Is this not Spider-Man's sidekick?
The man in the chair.
Yeah.
Same fucking name.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Oh yeah, same name too. Good call.
Faye, 12, he is described as rebellious and extroverted, but at 12 years old, they already have a chip on their shoulder, like a normal 12-year-old. Preteen angst,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Kylie, 12, is Faye's best friend and is described as serious, intelligent, and keeps her emotions guarded behind a wall. Is this like the protective best friend in the rom-com? Is that what this role is?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's Helen Hunt to Renee Zellweger and Jerry Maguire.
Helen.
No, nothing?
Nope, that wasn't Helen Hunt.
Oh, Bonnie Hunt.
Yeah, there you go.
I had the wrong Hunt.
God, I'm trying to remember Jerry Maguire. I can't fucking remember that.
She's the sister in the house, and she starts smoking, and she's nervous that she's going to fall in love with him.
Did you know that bees
Gives her the
can
whole
smell
speech.
fear? That's the only thing I remember of that. Human head weighs 12 pounds.
8 pounds, I
8
think it
pounds.
was.
I think it's 8, yeah. I just said that the other day because my the consultant was like spewing off some random facts about science to my lady friend, and she was clearly busy trying to do some work or something. And then I just started going, the human head weighs 8 pounds. I don't think you got the joke.
Boys have penises, girls have vaginas. Just start giving them all the movies.
Also a male, 30 to 50 years old. No other details known about this character. Should we send in some headshots?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we all look like we're about 30.
Our podcast would blow up.
In our contract, our writer we can still do our fucking podcast.
Yeah, there's a line we can't cross as far as sharing details. But other than that.
If this show is shit, we will talk shit about it. You're in it.
I just flipped the script. Oh, yeah. Disney Star Wars is the best thing I've ever seen.
You got to go on the cruise, man.
Cole gets cast as Boba Fett.
I really would need my veneers because my teeth are not that way.
It says the rumor is that the series is set to start filming this summer and wrap up in December.
There's a reason why they started building all these volumes.
Yeah, no shit. They need it.
We need a lot of shows on this network, so we're just going to use them all.
I'm all for it.
4 or 5 volumes by the time they're all said and done. When we did about a year ago, we were discussing that, right?
Yeah, there's like 2 in LA, 1 in London,
1 in Atlanta.
Was there one somewhere other international one? I can't remember. Like Australia? I don't know.
Australia.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. In addition to kind of the Stranger Things in space rumors, they said there's also speculation that, maybe, and I think this is just them guessing, but it's like, this also could center around the fact that they've introduced Luke's Jedi Academy. Would they try to make a show around that at some point? It'd be funny if the casting call was like, male 30 to 40 who looks like Mark Hamill. Is that too?
Yeah.
Is that too leading?
How old is Sebastian Stan right now?
Lastly, and this is what Jay alluded to earlier, this is something for everyone. Yesterday, Disney announced plans to introduce, because they already do storytelling, this is story living by Disney. New neighborhoods that are infused, I don't know if you want to use that in your marketing speak, with the company's special brand of magic. So I'm guessing that just means like you go to Chipotle there and the lines are just fucking long as shit.
The Starbucks on every corner.
Fast pass on Wednesday for go get your burrito next Monday.
Hold on. Yeah, we have an opening at 3:30. Quote, these master planned communities are intended to inspire residents to foster new friendships, pursue their interests, and write the next exciting chapter in their lives, all while enjoying the attention to detail, unique amenities, and special touches that are Disney hallmarks. Oh, boy.
Is this just so this is a big community?
Yeah, they have a couple of them. They have a Celebration community down in Orlando, right? Is it called Celebration? And
it kind of sounds like step 1 of a 5-step plan to create your own cult.
Yeah.
A little bit like it's almost like taking cosplay to the next level. You know, it's like fuck conventions. This is 24/7, baby.
No more fucking medieval times or Renaissance fair. We're gonna live it.
Yeah, and you're gonna be brainwashed, right?
It.
Like you can't escape Disney World. Like every year you're gonna be like, I need to go to Disney World. I don't know why, but I need to go.
I'm getting a condo in the Tatooine community, and I'm just gonna fuck with Boba Fett the whole time. Just piss everybody off. Just fucking walk around. You know like that fucking show sucked.
You think it's like a gated community, and when you pull up, fighting. It's stormtroopers at the gate.
Move along.
You don't need to see my identification. That doesn't work. Show me your papers.
This is not the house you're looking for.
Show me your vaccine card, or you're not getting in.
Oh, the jokes that those people would have to endure.
Yep.
He's like, oh yeah, another fucking original from a Star Wars fanboy. I never heard that one before.
Every day when like all the employees for the town come into work, they have to like read a new script. You know, like it's like fucking the Truman Show.
Yeah, right.
I've got to be prepared.
I was just gonna say that. Like they're all in on it, but you find yourself caught.
What is this? A 4,000 acre ranch that they're out in California? Is the first one they're building?
Oh, well, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it might be that big.
I just read about it. It's a community. It's like a desert community in California that they're building 1,200 homes, apartments, and whatever.
Yeah, it's out near Palm Springs or something.
Okay.
And they were saying that there's a 24-acre grand oasis that they're building that's gonna have clear turquoise waters.
Is Garza Fwip gonna be there? Because if
she's
there,
you might be in.
Oh yeah, Sanctuary.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let me read this too. At each location, including some neighborhoods for residents ages 55 plus, of course, Disney cast members trained in the company's legendary guest service will operate the community association through a club membership add-ons. Mm-hmm. Disney will also provide access to curated experiences such as wellness programming, entertainment ranging from live performances to cooking classes, philanthropic endeavors, seminars, and much more. So I bought the house. I have to, pay my property taxes and Imperial credits.
Yes.
And then you're asking me to fucking pay more to join some club to get the additional benefits?
It's like a home association.
Yeah, maybe
fee.
it's on the
It's
HOA.
I
guess so.
If fucking Goofy's not my plow driver, and I don't see him going down the streets every fucking
Goofy,
winter.
this is Star Wars.
No, this is
No,
Disney.
this is Disney.
I thought this was.
So that's the thing. No, this is all
But-
Disney property. So this is not just a Star Wars thing. This is all Disney.
So you can
Captain America's delivering your mail. Yeah, this is. I mean,
Yeah.
we're setting shit up for these people. Disney, I hope you're listening.
I wonder if they took over like an inner city neighborhood and this is all gentrification.
Oh, could be.
I want to know, like,
Just pushing families out of their homes.
who's the first
We
multi-millionaire?
gotta bring in, gotta make room for these wealthy millionaires.
That's what it is, right? And they show up, and like these millionaires, they've all got like fucking strange kinks and shit. So they're in the leasing office, and they're like closed doors, and they're like, "How much to fuck the mouse?"
You asked that last week. I know. Offer stands. I'm doubling my offer. You went, Jay. You had mentioned recently you wanted to escape the snow. So
Yep.
are you in?
I'm in.
I could see.
My dad would have moved
If
in
your dad
one of
was
these
still alive, I was
communities.
just
Oh
gonna
my
say
God,
that
yeah.
he'd be there.
There was years ago he was
Not a
looking
show
at
unless
living
I
in
talk about someone's dead parents. Apparently,
the celebration or whatever the name of the village is down there. Years ago, my dad was looking at living there. I can't remember how many homes. It's a cool little fucking place, but I mean, you got to be dialed into Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a twist of irony that I'm the only one with my parents alive, and I hate people
Yes.
that have empathy
I know
towards
you
their
do.
fucking lost parents.
No wonder he's always making fun of Ezra. He hasn't experienced it himself.
I have no fucking empathy. According to Jay.
Do you think it's one of those things like the Disney park? So where like you're in your house, and if your wife walks out a door, then another version of your wife walks in the other door?
Oh,
You never have
nice.
two on the property.
Yeah. I like my evening wife better. What time is it?
It just sounds crazy. I'm interested to see like how it goes and see what people say of the experience is, because you know how people get into Disney. Like there's those people who go to Disney like every single fucking day of their lives.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, some people are going to eat this shit up, but that sounds like a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's just stop with it, Disney. This is just too much to me. Like that's just I could never imagine shelling out this kind of money.
The
for
one
that.
article
but
I was
people do
reading-
it all the time.
Yeah,
You go to fucking Disney World and it's just fucking crowded with people, elbow to elbow.
And Disneyland, for the record, fucking awesome. Like I hadn't been there since I was like 12, and I went there 2 years ago. And I mean, it hit me. It hit me hard. I was like, I love this fucking place. It's great.
Greatest place on
But to
earth.
live there.
You could probably care to ever see that place again, could you?
What?
Disney World. Well, you didn't go to Disney World. Went to Universal, but like you weren't like. You were
I
like,
had fun today, so I got to put myself. I'm in for it about once a year.
Okay.
But that's why like I don't even like really huge concerts anymore. Like I like I'll do like a small private. You know what I mean? Like a small venue that you can sit and drink and listen to people aren't getting rowdy and you're getting kicked in the head by a crowd surfer. I'm just not a big fan of huge ass crowds or just the what is it like commercial bullshit.
Okay.
Tourist traps and everything. It's like $15 for a fucking beer. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, when we were at what do they call it now? It's Colorado Springs. Was that what it was?
It's Disney Springs. Wasn't it?
Disney. Yeah, and it's you didn't give a shit about
I
any
could
of
have
that.
fucking burned that place.
I want to eat at all the restaurants. I want to fucking grab a beer somewhere. Like I think
couldn't
that place
fucking
is awesome.
move without someone
It was
breathing
packed.
on me
Yeah.
and like elbowing me, and then like everything was just like I'm looking at the prices on these fucking shirts, and because it's a Star Wars store in
Yeah.
Disney Springs, it's like $60 for a T-shirt. I'm like, I can get that on Amazon for fucking $12.
Right.
I'm not doing
And
any
look
of
at
this.
all the fucking
I just
people
looked
they're
at my
buying.
kids, and I'm like,
You're
you're
not
getting
getting
nothing
nothing,
here.
yeah.
I said, we'll go to a souvenir shop, and you can each spend $60.
You get that off-brand $5 Mickey T-shirt.
Oh, man.
Missing an ear.
Yeah,
The fucking decal peels off after 2 wearing.
fucking mustard stain
Dad.
on it.
My Disney shirt fell apart. Well, that's what you get for buying cheap.
Yeah.
You know what? I got you 4 of them
Yeah, no shit.
for the same price.
4 for $4.99.
You don't even need to wash them. Just put the new one on. Anyway, okay. Should we talk a little more Book of Boba? I wanted to go back and talk about our predictions that we made. I
Yeah.
went back and listened to episode 50 where we had Darth Flamingus on and
Okay.
kind of try to gather him up a little bit and just see how we did.
I think we failed epically.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of ways.
Yeah.
Were any of us more correct than the others? Since you went back and looked?
I did not do stats,
Oh,
but I'm
what kind
gonna
of
share
fucking
who said
spreadsheet
what.
Guru are you?
I'm
All
gonna
right.
share who
Okay.
did what. So kind of to start with kind of some of the general season predictions, and I'm just going to get out of the way, Cole. We do, on episode 50, make a Max Rebo reference, so it's been going for a while.
Wow. Okay. That surprises me.
We did not have theories on his return, though. We just threw it out there. The Sarlacc, Cole, me, and Dave all kind of thought that they would sort it out early. Of course, you thought there would be something that lingered throughout the show.
Yep. Dave
was saying how he thought Boba was going to save himself from the Sarlacc. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Dave.
Jay, your theory, which I thought was a fun one, that the Jabba barge scene would be recreated.
Yeah.
You know, with like Alden Ehrenreich and Danny Glover and like Luke in the background and all that stuff. And you even said Bib fucked with his jetpack. That's why he's mad at Bib.
Yeah.
I like that theory.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not right.
None of that was true.
No.
Danny Glover.
Did I say Danny Glover?
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Okay.
Shit,
Yeah.
sorry.
You're getting too old for this shit.
Sorry, Donald. I am, clearly.
Second Lethal Weapon.
I'm still thinking about has been revoked.
Yeah. Second Lethal Weapon reference for the show.
Dave also thought there might be that flashback, and he thought it was going to be like kind of quick and CGI-ish, but he thought they were going to maybe show the perspective of Boba like looking up, maybe at Lando being rescued while he's looking up from the Sarlacc pit. So Dave had a good idea there, but no, they didn't do it.
No.
We all thought Boba was going to be like, spending the whole season kind of fending off challengers, which is sort of true in the sense that they, first it was the Hutts and then Black Chrysanthemum and then the Order of the Night Wind or whatever they were called, those fucking red assassins.
Oh, right, right.
And then the Pikes. So to a degree, we were correct on that front. Cole, you thought he might be out going off world, like chasing after his armor, but most of it taking place on Tatooine. Of course, he didn't have to go off planet for that. Jennifer Beals, we thought, or I think this might have been my theory, I can't remember, but that there was some sort of history either with Bib or Boba.
Yep.
No.
Not right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And Jay, you said Boba was going to go to Mando for help and bring him a new ship to entice him. He got a new ship.
It's true.
But not from Boba.
Oh.
And then as far as the characters, I said I thought we'd see Mando first, and then Jay, you took it a step further and said the Bryce Dallas Howard episode is when we will see Mando. Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
You thought Bo-Katan, and you learned who has the Darksaber and set up the season 3 of Mando. So that's pretty fucking right on.
Okay.
So you got that one.
That's a big one. Thank you.
Good job, Jay.
Dave thought Mando Bo-Katan maybe show up at the end and ask for Boba's aid in the battle for Mandalore. So not quite. And then Jay, you said Boba might tap up Cobb Vanth to mind Mos Espa when he's off world, which is something we might see in season 2.
Yeah.
So see, you're getting some. You're nailing some of this shit. We all said no Ahsoka. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
We all said Kira is going to show up. Nope.
I thought I said Ahsoka was going to be there. I thought I was the only one. I thought I stood by myself on those. Maybe I was just thinking that.
On Ahsoka?
Yeah, I thought Ahsoka and Grogu and Luke. I thought we'd see all three.
I think we all agreed Ahsoka would not show up, but I could be wrong. But then we all thought no Grogu. We thought that it would be like alluded to, but we wouldn't actually see him.
Right.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And now for the bold predictions. Jay says, in the Filoni ep, it will link to Omega. And it's funny because throughout the predictions, we're all like, yeah, maybe Omega shows up. But like we all kind of thought somehow she was going to be involved. You thought it was maybe, she's going to be older, so it wouldn't be almost not recognizable. But I thought that was a good prediction. You said Boba's going to learn that Mace Windu is still alive. Now that could be season 2.
Right.
A lot of people are speculating on if that's going to happen. And we'll get to one of those predictions here in just a minute.
Okay.
That would be yours.
Oh, yeah. My early morning write-up we forgot to discuss last week.
Yeah, I know. I totally forgot about it. I got to the end of the episode. I was like, oh, shit, we mentioned it.
I thought about it after I sent you the file. I was like, we never fucking talked about that, but we talked about we were going to talk about it.
I had the note, but I don't think I put your blurb in my notes, so I totally skipped over it. Dave thought Slave 1 was going to get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bold prediction. And then Cole said Cara Dune was going to take Slave 1 to get maintenance, and that was when it was going to be destroyed.
I still think they missed an opportunity there.
Oh, boy.
Could have got her off the fucking books for good.
I asked if Toro Calican's corpse could be on board when it happened so he could die again.
Just so there's no cloning opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Just destroy all remnants of them.
Could not be more dead.
I feel like if Matt could, he'd become the villain of like the Toro Calican family. Like he'd just go around and erase the history, every fucking person that carries a gene.
Gladly.
Matt's trying to send him messages in the past, like to fucking get him to go to fucking God damn it. the fucking planet from Leia, where Leia's from.
Alderaan.
He's like, yeah, why don't you take a visit to
You should check
Alderaan?
that out.
Here's an all-inclusive package.
There's a cruise ship going there next Tuesday.
You got to be here on these dates, though.
Yeah, you got to really see the molting in the spring. It's beautiful.
Don't be late. Okay, so what I referenced last week is this DM that Jay sent to Cole and me.
Oh, boy.
And this is pretty awesome. So you can stop me as we go. Because
I feel like I'm going to disagree with this because I know this was. I think I was writing this before 7 a.m. The second I sat down, I started writing this. And I remember going back to it and I'm like, there's so much it fucking. I start disagreeing with myself later on, don't I?
A little bit.
I honestly, I couldn't believe I read through this whole thing. You must have caught me as I saw this going on. I'm like,
I was looking at it when Jay sent this on my phone, and so when you're looking at a DM this long on your phone, you're just like, holy shit! Like scroll. This was your prediction. I think it was on the day before Chapter 7 came out. I think this is when you sent this.
Okay.
We had not watched Chapter 7 yet. So you said, what if Barriss, that would be Barriss Offee, who tried to bomb the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Pin it on Ahsoka. What if Barriss was visited in prison by a certain chancellor before Order 66 was activated? She was promised protection and a chance to serve a new master. But firstly, once the shit hits the fan, she has to obtain a very secure package protected by multiple Jedi at Yoda's request. Palpatine might not exactly know what or who Grogu is, but the fact that Yoda has placed such an importance on a youngling and that Palps is always thinking way ahead, he's already got the idea to produce clones with midichlorians. I'm guessing not any Jedi will do. It has to be one with an extremely high amount. I like when you put questions on some of these. You're not totally making a definitive statement.
Right.
Just throwing it out there. The more I think of it, because this is literally stream of consciousness.
I'm brainstorming with myself.
Yes. The more I think of it, it makes no sense for him to be saved by Mace or Jocasta Nu or any Jedi. They, the bad guys, have to be aware of him in order to want him so badly.
Who's Jocasta Nu again?
She's a librarian. She's the Jedi librarian.
That's right.
You see in Attack of the Clones.
Did you have to look that up, or did you pull that out of your head?
No, it was. We've talked about the fact that because she is there in the temple when Order 66 happens.
Right. And we don't know what happens to her.
There's been people on the internet. There's been a lot of guesses that maybe she's the one that saved Yoda. Because everyone's trying to I'm sorry, Baby Yoda. Everyone's trying to pinpoint who was where, who was the closest, who could have done it. So this is sort of...
Yeah, she's a common theory of who saved Grogu. But we don't necessarily know who was protecting him or hiding him for the last 20 years either. I think maybe Hondo was involved in getting him off Coruscant. There's the question again. I think. Question mark?
I think the question mark was, did I spell Coruscant right?
You did.
Yeah.
Good job. Maybe Barriss, who's not all bad and seeing the Jedis being slaughtered, decides that Grogu's probably not better off being brought to this sick fucker that is having all this happen. So that's where Jocasta Nu comes into play. The librarian knows all the secret paths and tunnels in the temple.
I could see that.
Now, here's where you're going to be a little wrong. Barriss runs into R2 at some point because that droid fucks off after Anakin goes to Padme's apartment and she's not there, so he goes to kill the younglings next, right? Not quite.
Okay, well, I have a question. What is it?
R2 is with Anakin when he goes to see her after the temple's getting fucked up, but of course she doesn't know that he was the one fucking it up. And he's like, yeah, the Jedi have all, turned, and there's this plot against the Chancellor, and blah, blah, blah.
In my head, I had it reversed.
Yeah,
so R2's with him at the time.
Yeah, he's getting off this. They're on a car or the Cadillac-looking thing, and R2 goes to go in with him. He's like, stay here, R2, and he walks in by himself.
That's on Mustafar. That's once they get to Mustafar, he goes, stay with the ship.
Wasn't it in Coruscant when
he's just sitting there talking to C-3PO while he's just sitting on the car. They pull it up to the outside of her apartment, and and R2 just chills in the vehicle while he's talking. I mean, maybe he says wait here, but he's talking to Padme and peddling all this bullshit.
Okay, but the one I'm thinking, the scene where he starts following him, he tells him to wait with the ship, right?
That's
Mustafar. Okay.
Yeah, right. So he does go to Mustafar, R2.
Okay.
Going there.
Okay.
R2 knows about, so we'll just continue with your theory for fun. R2 knows about Grogu too because this fucker is involved in every important moment in Star Wars history.
So fucking true, though.
It's true. So once Barriss has a change of mind, she runs in R2 and puts little baby Grogu inside R2 to conceal him. I love how you said that toy is going to be next year's Christmas gift. R2 with a Grogu inside.
It's like a turducken.
Exactly, right. Then there's a frog inside of Grogu that he just ate.
There we go.
They end up ducking in the library where Jocasta is already underground railroading younglings.
Nice Harriet Tubman reference.
Yeah. Cut to a shot a couple miles away. They're all loading up on a secret transport. You can see the Jedi Temple falling in the background. As Hondo reveals himself, I love the Hondo involvement, to be the pilot to take them to safety. We see a badly injured Mace Windu on board. He'll become the Obi-Wan to little baby Yoda. Believed to be dead, he hides on a planet watching over Grogu from afar. Cut to Season 1, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. And from a certain point askew, moments after Mando discovers Grogu, Mace Windu arrives on the scene, sees nothing but death and destruction. As he approaches the room that Grogu is in, he sees a dying man who tells him a Mandalorian bounty hunter just left with Grogu. Mace thinks it's Boba Fett. Cut to the last few... This is the best part. Cut to the last few moments of Book of Boba Fett. Boba and crew think they have won the battle against the Pikes. Big fucking orgy happening at Jabba's palace. Boba's baptizing Grogu in the flashback to take a new age Mandalorian thing. It hasn't really taken off yet. When suddenly Mace Windu off screen says, "Take your hands off the motherfucking child." Camera spins over to him just as he slices the head off Chris Stanton's shoulders.
Maybe I was drunk when I wrote this.
You better not have been. You were at work.
I know.
Cut back to Boba spinning back to see what just took place. Seems like we've been here once before, Mace says, referring to that one time he chopped his papa's head off. Hey! End credits. You should have sent this over way earlier to Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
I know.
Planted this seed.
We should get Grant to read this in some sort of story voice.
Right now, Fav's got like all of season 2 mapped out, and he's like, "Fuck, this is good."
Damn it, man. Let's
You know what?
create a multiverse.
You're the type of creative genius we need here working at Lucasfilm. Or Disney, whatever the fuck it is.
But
now.
you have to live in our community.
Yeah,
Yeah. You've got to become a method actor, method writer.
they're
You've got to
gonna put
live.
me like in the back room of Obi-Wan Chero Ranch or whatever the fuck that place was.
Jay goes
Right.
goes for a walk in the neighborhood. He ends up in the Marvel area, and he can't ever fucking come back.
He crossed
But I
over.
work for Star Wars.
So many superheroes. Oh.
That's good shit. I hope you do that for the next. I hope you do that for Kenobi somewhere
Yeah.
in there. It's
Should I write
like
some more shit?
have a moment where you just throw some shit out. That'll be
Right.
great for the preview episode.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't give it to us in our DMs.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
right.
put it in the doc.
I'll send an email to Matt, and he can read it. It'll be fresh to you.
There we go.
Okay.
I'd like to live
I'd hate
through
to bother you.
it. I appreciate it. I'm very busy at work.
Speaking of Book of Boba, we all season long have been taking your entries, whether that
Yes.
was tweeting about the show or sending in some all bag entries or writing a review or whatever, so that you could earn a chance to win a custom lightsaber made by Darth Flamingus.
It's fucking beautiful.
Now's the time.
We're gonna do the giveaway right now.
Yeah, we're gonna give it away right
All
fucking
right.
now.
I'm
Get
excited.
excited.
I am.
Brr.
Yeah.
You
Kevin Hart.
you will not be surprised to hear that old Mike Laybourne has more than double the next person's entries.
Jeez.
I'm just,
That hasn't worked in the past, so
At this point, I'm hoping. I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of had a.
Yeah, but I feel like
little bit of a
we'll
truce
lose him.
between us.
If he wins the lightsaber, he won't listen again. He got what he wanted. He's gonna go on to a different Star Wars
Checks out.
podcast. Yeah.
Say
I
it
don't
ain't so,
know.
Mike. Tell us.
I say we send it to. If he wins, we send it to him in pieces.
For every episode or every series we cover, he gets a
He has to
piece.
send us like a code word every episode after this one, and we'll send. He's like, "Fuck, I gotta build this thing myself." No.
Well,
this
you
is
guy
what
loves
we'll do.
Legos.
Once he has all the pieces, we'll fucking send Dave out to his house to build it for him.
in the pink robe.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thank you to Dave the Saber Maker, who's working on this for us.
He's wearing the pink robe, like fucking Buffalo Bill from fucking. It puts the kyber crystal in the hilt.
So we are gonna pick. We're gonna do the winner first of the big prize because that way I don't want somebody to get the mug and then be like, and you would have won the saber, but you got the mug already. So I thought we'd
Oh
go the
yeah.
other
Okay.
way.
Okay. All right.
That might be better for them. Last time we had about 75 entries. I made it a little tougher to earn entries this time. And then of course there were a few people that were like, like Rural Farm Boy, who were like,
Right.
I don't need to be included, but they earned entries.
Okay.
So whittled it down to 47 is the number.
47.
Yes. So pretty good odds. Mike has about a 1 in 3 chance.
Wow.
Never tell us the odds.
And by the way, last night when I was
We have spoken. End the show.
You just have to. Triggered. When I was putting the spreadsheet together last night of all the entries, I was like, I'm just going to go to a random number generator just for fun. The first 6 times I did it, Mike Laybourne.
Oh, wow.
So he's fucked. There's no way he's going to win.
You got him all out of the way.
Oh, because he's going to win the coffee mug before we do the...
I think he's already got a mug and a shirt.
Yeah.
Tons of stickers and stuff. He's going to get another. Anyway. All right. So for the grand prize of the custom lightsaber, which you get to choose your own color.
We need to get gear that says, I lost just like Mike Laybourne did.
I've listened to the show for days, hours on end.
And all I got
is
was
this
this
fucking
t-shirt.
This Mike Laybourne t-shirt.
She got a T-shirt with a mug on the T-shirt with a picture of our faces on the mug.
Figures, double birds.
Yeah.
All right. So I need one of you to pull up a random number generator.
Okay. You got it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it.
You need to put in 47 as the total, and let's see who wins the lightsaber. And by the way, we will do, like I said, second prize, you can pick anything you want from our merch store. And as a bonus, I might throw something else in there. And then third prize will just be something from the merch store as well.
Okay.
All right, so from 1 to 47,
Correct.
I'm clicking generate.
And this is for the lightsaber, right?
This is for the lightsaber.
Okay.
This is for the I hope you win the lightsaber number 27.
Ooh.
Ty from 2 on 3 Pod.
Wow.
Boom. Mike didn't win
Mike.
again.
Eat shit. I'm sorry. I should be sad for him.
Well, we save on international shipping.
I think, Mike, send us your address, and we're going to send you
A big pile of shit.
a handwritten word lightsaber in the mail.
I can't believe that. You said 27, right?
Here's what we do.
Get a fucking.
We each get a picture of us holding our lightsabers, and then we send them the fucking
Christmas
autographed photos of us holding lightsabers.
Or we could just
Hey,
get one of those cheap pirate sabers from the dollar store. And
Okay.
then just tape a flashlight to it and send it to him. It's a lightsaber.
Better luck next time, buddy. All right, let's do second prize. The second prize again.
I
You
hope
pick
it's-
what you want from the merch store, and I'll throw in a bonus of some sort.
Wow.
Generate again.
Yep.
Congrats, Ty.
Yeah.
Number 11.
11. Slewfoot Fred.
Oh.
That'd be Fred from the Slewfoot Show.
Yeah.
He had a lot of entries. Good job, Fred.
Okay.
They cover more than just hockey now, he says.
They
right?
do. Yeah, we'll
I
get to
saw
his
that.
mall bag entry here in a second. And then finally, third prize is just, again, pick something from the merch store. No bonus.
25.
25.
Okay, it was Slewfoot Fred again, so we can't do that. You got to do another number.
46.
Ooh, I got to scroll down. Hold on. If it's Slewfoot Fred. It's Slewfoot Fred again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mike Laybourne just can't get a win.
What if there's only 2 people?
He's
That's-
0 for 4 or whatever.
Oh, my Lord.
You really got those out of the way, Matt. That was a nice strategy.
I swear to God, he's all over this spreadsheet.
Try 37.
37. Nope. Go again.
Slewfoot again?
Yes.
Jesus.
Wow. How many entries did he have?
He had like 7 or 8.
Wow.
33.
God damn it.
Larry Bird.
That would be Clonecast Tom. So Tom from the Clonecast, you get. I think he's gotten a shirt before. So I'll
Okay.
see if he wants a hoodie, a mug, something like that.
Congratulations
So congrats,
to all 3
Do
winners.
Jay and I get to write something on it for you guys' adulterous ways?
Oh, yeah.
You can. You could put a personal note in there.
I will, though.
I'm just
Trust me.
gonna draw a
Hands
big
off.
dick on the back of it, go into the back of his head.
Thank you everybody for participating though. Really appreciate it. And we will continue to do some sort of giveaway every time we do have some sort of new series coming out. We'll do some sort of giveaway. Like I would imagine when we get to Mando season 3, maybe we can convince Dave. I think he still has that Darksaber. That'd be a good time to do that.
Uh-huh.
But we'll have something for Kenobi, something for Bad Batch season 2, something for Andor. We'll figure out something to do. So it's just a fun way for you guys to engage with us. So really appreciate it.
And shout out to Diamond Dave for really all the generous donations of the sabers. And he did the dark saber. He did the double hilt maul.
Do you know why that pink robed motherfucker is not doing the show with us right now?
Probably my laziness.
No. Because he's sitting in the Bahamas right now, drinking fucking shit
God,
on
that
the
guy
island.
goes on more vacations.
I
man.
go, weren't you just there? Like just before Christmas? Didn't you spend 2 weeks
Went to
in-
Hawaii, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was Hawaii. Okay. And he's like, yeah, we're just sitting here enjoying a drink right now. What's up? What's he always calls me? Ginjabre. You know, and I'm like, fuck you. Sitting on the island enjoying shit.
It's because he has no kids, man.
Man.
That's where we went wrong.
Well, he deserves it for all his saber
He
work.
does. No, I'm
He
glad
deserves
he's there.
his vacation.
But we
So,
gotta
enjoy that.
once he's back in the States, I guess we'll have him on the show.
Yes, we'll have him on the show. I figured, we might have him on to do. It's fun to have him on to do the preview stuff. So
Yes.
maybe for preview Kenobi would be fun.
Okay.
All right, now it's time for.
Hello there.
You've got mail.
Speaking of Fred from the Slewfoot Show, he wrote another Mailbag entry, and it paid. Well, I was gonna say it paid off because he got a second prize, but clearly he would have won 9 prizes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's unreal. He says, "Hi guys, I'm being transparent and saying I'm trying to win the lightsaber." Thus, another email from me. Sorry you didn't get the lightsaber. Buddy.
Thank you for your honesty.
Is he
Yes.
Canadian?
He is Canadian.
Enjoy your mug.
I was gonna say because he's got the R before the E.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, he probably spells color with a U.
Mm-hmm.
I am, however, curious on what you'll be discussing over the next little while until the next show drops. I'd love to hear some topics such as top 5 characters you hate. Well, Toro Calican. Top 5 storylines that should be expanded on. Top 5 toughest characters in the galaxy we've seen so far, and so on. That would be great to hear what you think. Appreciate your efforts into producing some great content. It's a fun listen, and you guys always bring it. Thank you for the entry. I hope I win the lightsaber. Fred, the Slewfoot Show. We now talk more than just hockey.
All right. I like all of his topics here.
Yeah, I'll throw them on the dock
Okay.
for stuff we could do in future episodes because we are going to have these gaps between shows, so we're going to have to come up with something to do. We're going to we'll have some guests on, do some different things. But yeah, it's always good to have like a main topic or something to break down.
We've got 3 months, unless Bad Batch
maybe.
drops.
I'm still holding out hope we get Bad Batch somehow in, next month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're so fucking coy about not
I know.
sharing when anything's going to come out and all that stuff. So maybe they'll drop it on us. I think they knew they had to tell us when Kenobi was coming out. They
Right.
had to tell people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if I just went to my Disney Plus and the fucking episode was there. We're done marketing.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what. It seems odd that they would just leave that gap. I mean, I know you talked about, I think that they got Moon Knight coming out or whatever.
Yes.
I still don't understand the fact that they're like, we can only have one or the other, Star Wars or Marvel.
Well, I think because they don't have enough content to have more than one running at the same time.
But they have so many shows. They have so many Marvel shows that are coming out this year and so many Star Wars shows. There's only so many weeks in a fucking year.
Very true.
Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, I don't disagree with you.
I understand not having 2 of the same, not having 2 Marvel things, not having 2
Right,
Star Wars
right.
things, but come on, and put Bad Batch on Fridays for fuck's sake if you don't want to put them on the same night as
Yeah.
Moon Knight or whatever.
Yeah.
You listening again? Hello? Is this on?
TGI Friday.
Disney, you listening? They're too busy.
Oh,
worried
they're
about this
listening.
Story living.
They're trying to get their lawyers right now to fucking write up a desist.
Or they might be writing them a
That's
deceased
really the threat.
order.
Yeah.
Deceased.
We're not even allowed to
Decease
say the
and
word Star
resist.
Wars. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Fred, thank you for participating in the show, and that's kind of what we'll be doing.
We'll cover some of those topics, and you know what? We have to go back and do some of the films too.
We do. In fact, I think we'll be doing a little bit of a solo look back with Chris from the 2-on-3 pod soon. I gotta arrange that with him because he's got a lot of bones to
Yeah,
pick with
he does.
that movie, and we gotta talk him down.
Yeah.
A fun idea, and we could discuss this off air more. Like, what would be your favorite? We could do pull the audio from our favorite moments of Star Wars and tell why.
Okay.
Where were you when this happened, or what was your favorite? Why does this give you goosebumps, or what did this? You know what I mean? That'd be fun.
All
to
of
go
yours is
over.
going to be Red 5.
Standing by. The Battle of the First Death Star. I still fucking love watching that. I watch it once in a while. I'll pull it up on YouTube and pleasure.
So we
myself.
keep coming around, and you keep going. So this is when Wedge decides he's got to get out of there.
This is when he says, "Don't worry about that tower," or "You worry about that tower."
There we go. We have to do bad reenactments of our favorite snes.
Oh, absolutely, definitely on board for that.
Dibs on Porkins.
Go, he's all yours. Got a problem here.
No, I can hold it.
I can hold it.
All right, we've got a factoid. You guys want to get to that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cole.
Sure. Jango Fett uses a Z6 compact jetpack to allow him to rocket out of reach of his enemies. He also carries a matching pair of blaster pistols. He locates said enemies using his helmet's built-in computer and wears energized armor designed with a Durasteel alloy. So
this is before Beskar was the term?
I'm assuming this Durasteel alloy, and it says it's energized, so I'm wondering if it's just got some sort of mini force field around it type of a thing. So I thought that was kind of interesting because he's not using Beskar like the rest of the Mandalorians.
Maybe. I'm not sure about that. Because I don't remember seeing him like take shots off his armor like we've seen with the Beskar.
Has he?
But he clearly didn't wear a neck guard.
A little mithril chainmail would have been nice there, right?
Yeah, should have put something there.
Trying to see what year this book was.
I saw that scene again recently of the beheading, and it is fairly gruesome. Like the way that he just chops his head off and the body is just still standing there for a second. Oh.
And no
Seeing
remorse.
that as a kid.
Like no remorse on, Samuel L. Jackson's part. He's just looks down at the
he's
head.
holding pose. Like
Yeah, and then looks up. Like, I did that. That's right.
I told him not to lose his head. That kind of thing.
I don't have a copyright or anything.
I guess he won't be the head of his class.
Schwarzenegger line.
Stick
But
around.
yeah, if you're Boba to see that live, that's got to be pretty jarring.
Well, yeah, he keeps having fucking nightmares about it still, which went nowhere. Other than maybe like that's, I guess there's a theme of no family or abandonment or something that's in there. So
whatever happened to Django's armor? I wonder.
Well, I don't think the 9-year-old boy just pulled it off his father's dead body and took it with him. So
Well, he had to fucking bury his dad somewhere. Like,
Did he?
Right? Don't you think?
I think
Maybe
they
he
just set
buried
that
him
fucking planet on fire and left.
I don't know. It's still sitting there on Geonosis to this day.
Oh,
Oh boy, look what you did.
Goes and finds
that's
it.
what Cobb Vanth ends up with.
Cobb gets Django's armor?
Mm-hmm. There was the whole line, shouldn't have taken his armor or whatever. Now he's in the flashback to Tank.
I want more of Chad Bane. I really want more of him.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yes.
loved that character.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead. We're gonna see.
I don't think he's dead.
We're gonna see that scene where his fucking head goes off the robot body. I'm telling you.
I shared that out as a
What if his head goes off his robot body and then they battle Vader's head for the fucking right to walk Leia down the aisle?
Very awkward walking down the aisle.
Right to walk later.
You're not even alive anymore. Get off the cart. Little spider leg kicks him.
Oh boy.
Leia's like, this guy's head's still in here. Like, at least with Darth Vader's helmet, it's not his head in there anymore.
Cad's like, you should have never taken off your helmet. Vader.
Oh, yeah.
You also got something in your teeth. And you need some ska.
Why do you have that harmonica on?
Busting the piano man to play it down the aisle.
To sing my daughter a song as we he's playing the Imperial March on his harmonica.
His Force Ghost just settles over top of the body and he starts blowing through it.
La-di-da. Sorry.
Thanks for listening,
Tune
ladies
of
and
Edmonds
gentlemen.
Fitzgerald comes out.
Until next time.
Never tell us the odds.
In our experience, there's no such thing as luck.
We have spoken. Monkey poo.